this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a marvelous day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And self-love is something that we're going to have to really work on in the Black community all over the world. Somewhere along the way, we didn't get the memo about self-love, that you have to love yourself first, and then you need to love those around you, and then you can spread it out to others. But the first love has to be self. You really do need to learn how to love yourself. And it seems like we just missed that memo all the way around. There is this disdain that we have for each other that is just confusing and disturbing. Just listen to this.
Which race is the least attractive?
I would say dark skins, fam. I love my light skins. I really love them so much. My God, fam. Like the light skins, yo, they have my heart. The dark skins, no heart. I swear to God, no heart. You hear me again? No heart.
So that's pathetic, and it's a good chance that no dark-skinned girl has done anything to him. And with that jacked up haircut, he ought not be saying anything about anybody. This happened in Toronto, Canada. So I don't know if he's African or Caribbean, but what I can say for certain is that he does not have good home training. He does not have good raising. And this is something that's going on all over the world, where somebody's sticking a microphone in some black person's face, and the black person's always go-to is to say something demeaning about another black person or other black people. You know, they can't think. They can't think of anything else to say other than something that's demeaning to another black person or another group of black people. This is so sad to me. It's really sad. And to use the excuse that, oh, well, he's just telling the truth, that is unacceptable. It is unacceptable because I'm going to assume that there are a number of dark-skinned black girls in that school. There are a lot of African and Caribbean immigrants to that school. And so he is throwing off on those girls, and it is not acceptable. I don't care if he's telling the truth or not. He needs to keep that truth to himself, because that truth indicates that he has not been taught to consider the feelings of other people. They're trying to make the world think that they have a lot of choices, and they don't. Somebody like this guy does not have that many choices. And when did people stop teaching their children basic manners? That just being basically courteous to people is all that's required. I bet $1 to a dime that they could have asked every other boy in that school what girls he didn't like, and he would not say the girls from his own ethnic group. These people need to be taught something that you can say that doesn't make themselves look like idiots, because it's not just him, and it's just not those young people in that school. Their self-hatred is a curse that has been put on black people, and at some point we need to recognize that and start doing something about breaking this curse. You know what? We come across as a race of people that's very naive and doesn't have good sense. Listen to this.
Okay, so this is Eric Prince, a former U.S. Navy SEAL officer, now an American businessman, has a special message he wants to share to fellow Africans, specifically African leaders. In a recent interview, he said,
"It's time for us to just put the imperial hat back on to say, we're going to govern those countries if you're incapable of governing yourselves, because enough is enough. We're done being invaded."
Because our own national security risk is at stake.
Exactly.
National security interests are at stake.
You can say that about pretty much all of Africa. They're incapable of governing themselves and benefiting their citizens, because the governments there are all about looting and pillaging and lining their pockets and going shopping in Paris instead of actually
All right, hold
making
on a
their
second.
country
Hold
a
on.
better
People on the
land.
left are going to watch this. They're going to say, Wait a minute. Eric Prince is talking about being a colonialist again.
Now, there's probably more context to what he said, but at this point, does it really matter? I mean, by now, I would usually go in about how important it is for us Africans, wherever we are, to work together to improve the continent. But at this point, I'm going to let what he said marinate just a bit, because though he said it out in the open so confidently, there's so many others that are working secretly to achieve this. And you know, the saddest thing is, so many leaders are letting this happen, and in some cases are cool with it because they're happy with that small, cheap deal that they make in private, enough for them to take them to trips to Paris and sometimes buy properties everywhere else but their home because they don't want to wake you up. Now, Eric Prince is a controversial guy, but he's just saying out loud what everybody is thinking. Africa has so much potential, and it is so sad our leaders are not doing everything they can to work together to put the continent first, because if they actually did, everybody would be well off.
I totally agreed with what she said. Africans need to work together all over the world, wherever you are, African or African descendant. Before you can do that, you have to care about each other. And so there's no caring. There's no caring. You can ask a question, just randomly ask a young person a question, and he automatically goes straight to demeaning somebody in his own culture over something that they have no control over. Now, when that pastor, David Manning, in New York said black people don't have any sense, Jesse Lee Peterson says black people don't have any sense, everybody gets mad. No, it's not everybody. It's not everybody. But it's too many. Too many people are not even teaching their children basic manners or even the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, about how to treat other people. This boy, who's not even a prize package himself, would stand there and say he has a problem with dark-skinned girls, because that's what he's talking about. She asked him about race, and he went straight to dark-skinned girls. So he likes everybody except dark-skinned girls, girls in his race. So you have to wonder how much sense people really have if they won't even work together to protect themselves, and you do it collectively like everybody else. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous. This is pitiful. This is very pitiful. People are raising their children not to have any more sense than this. It's really pitiful. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think about this. What do you think about this? Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.